That's all there is to it. Easy peasy. The two-wheel drives are a little bit easier. If this were a four-wheel drive, you'd have a differential right here, and it kind of makes getting around stuff here, especially like harnesses and stuff, going down the side of the engine block. Makes it a little bit more difficult, but honestly, it's not that much harder, in my opinion. So, yeah. So once I hit this point here, there's a few things I like to do. One of them is cleaning up, so I need to brace this transmission. I'm just going to put a jack stand between that cross member there and the transmission to hold it up. And I'm going to pick this thing up in the air. It's going to let me clean up underneath it. This is our old engine. I'm going to need to transfer all the parts from this one over to the new one. So in order to do that, and so this thing's not sitting on this hoist, I'm going to chain it to this lift arm and basically use it like an engine stand. Truck's going to be up in the air anyways. What that'll also do is keep this bay here clear, so I have room to work on other vehicles. This is what I was looking for. This is a very important part. This is a little, this basically acts as a shield for these GM vehicles with AFM, active fuel management. They have a problem with it squirting up into the cylinder walls and causing excessive oil consumption. So this basically goes right there over the pressure relief valve so that it doesn't squirt up in the cylinders anymore. Very important to install this. It's always good to look through all of this information just to make sure you have good updated info and know what you're dealing with when it comes to the new block. So this is essentially just a bare long block. We're going to need to transfer everything from the old engine over. Manifolds, harmonic balancer, we've got a new water pump, oil pan, all that good stuff. It all needs to get transferred over. It comes with a complete gasket set. I'm not going to get into how much I don't like the gaskets that come with them, but that's neither here nor there. When I've done these in the past, they don't even have an oil pump on them. Yeah, there's no oil pump on the front of this. So they come with new oil pumps. We're going to need to put the oil pump on too. As far as some other stuff, we got some basic tune-up items: thermostat, spark plug wire, spark plugs, a water pump, and some very important things. Exhaust gaskets and neat fasteners for assorted things. One of the important ones is a harmonic balancer. Torque yield bolt needs to be replaced. We have new exhaust manifold bolts. They love to break off in cylinder heads and rust out, so we're going to go ahead and replace those. And we also have new flex plate shaft bolts. These are also torque yield, need to be replaced each time you use them. That's pretty much it. Let's get into transferring all this stuff over. Really need to get it installed for this impact. Oh, oh, it's been a rough day. something worth mentioning is, as I'm taking small things off this engine, like this oil pressure sensor, there's a ground cable that went here as well as a little bracket. Anything on top of the new engine, I'm just going ahead and putting it where it goes. So you can see I put that ground there. We've got this bracket here. Got the oil pressure sensor standing by to go in there. None of it's tightened down, it's just going where it belongs. Believe it or not, we're going to need this plate to lock off. It goes here on vehicles that do not have an oil cooler. Like ours. We're going to take it off. Other lock. Look at the oil on this thing. Diesel. Disgusting. If you don't have one of these pans for doing stuff like this, you should get one, because they are awesome. No matter how good you are, this is about the time it starts getting real messy.
Come on.
Filming.
What?
Filming.
Filming?
Filming. You're really. What? So on the rear of the engine, attached to the cylinder heads, there's these plugs. Make sure you grab these plugs. There's this crossover tube on the front of the engine, going between these two ports. There's identical ports on the rear, but they need to be blocked off. You can't see these with the intake on. If you forget to put those plugs in, you're gonna have a huge coolant leak, and you're gonna be slapping yourself in the face. So this is the completely tore down block. We have pretty much everything we need off of it. I may have missed a few small things, no big deal. I use the floor as a temporary staging area. I have all my components laid out based upon their location to the engine. For example, this is all right side engine stuff. Right side manifold, valve cover, and all that. All of it needs to be clean, so I'm not worried about something on the floor. Same thing over here, left side stuff. So what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna get all these components cleaned up, clean that bench off, and get them set up on the bench, ready for transfer to the new engine.